미니언 생성까지 30초 남았습니다.
Nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should
더블킬. 파란 팀이 드라곤을 처치했습니다. 파란 팀의 포탑이 파괴되었습니다.